Hey, it's Yuka. Apple just announced the new iPhone models this week, and here's what you need to know about the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro models. In this video, we'll talk about the 16 Pro only features first, then talk about what's on the iPhone 16 as well. So starting with the Pro only features, 4K 120 FPS is one of the highlights for sure. It looks like it's only on the main camera, and if you want to shoot in ProRes log 4K 120, then you can do so using an external storage. If you shoot in log in general, the files are huge. That's why I really haven't been using log on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, to be honest. When you shoot in log though, it doesn't have the over sharpening. You have more control over colors and it's great, but working with huge data files can get expensive in many ways with storage. I'm excited to get back into testing log and maybe using for my videos or vlogs though. I might need an external storage solution for iPhones, maybe something that can attach with a MagSafe. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. The thing and I'm sure other videographers wanted was to be able to see the Rec 709 conversion on the screen instead of a super flat log profile when shooting in log. But I feel like that has to be a thing that's coming eventually. And you can also use third-party apps like Blackmagic Camera to do so already. The 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera is a great update because I love the look of the ultra-wide camera, but I did not like that if it's even a tiny bit dark, it tends to fall apart. I'm hoping this new camera is going to be better for low light, and even if you're not a fan of the slightly distorted ultra-wide look, when you are on the main camera and get closer to a subject, the camera switches to the ultra-wide and goes into macro mode. The switch often makes the image look grainy. I have it set up so I can manually disable the switch on the camera, but I really hope that the iPhone 16 Pro ultra-wide having a better sensor will make this a little bit less jarring. The main camera this year is the same 48 megapixels, but with the quad pixel sensor, it can read data twice as fast and has zero shutter lag according to Apple. This year, both the 16 Pro and Pro Max have the same cameras with the telephotos being 5x on both. So the only thing you need to worry about when choosing which one to go with is the screen size. Speaking of screen sizes, the screens this year on the Pro models are slightly taller, with the 16 Pro being 6.3 inch and 16 Pro Max being 6.9. Still the same ProMotion screen with up to 120 Hz of refresh rate and 200 nits of brightness. I personally don't have a problem with the 120 Hz thing, to be honest. I just don't find it to be as noticeable or such a high priority for me as some others do. Let me know if you are the same way or if you want a higher refresh rate on the Pro models. For the mics, there is a 4-mic array that can capture spatial audio that can be played back on spatial audio enabled devices like the AirPods Pro 2 and Apple Vision Pro. By the way, with the iOS 18 update, apparently CarPlay can also play spatial audio on supported cars. The iPhone 16 models have a new dual lens vertical camera rather than the diagonal. This allows you to capture spatial videos and photos, which were only available on the Pro models last year. Even if you don't have an Apple Vision Pro, Quest 3 also got an update a few months back that allows you to play spatial videos as well. The main camera is 48 megapixel wide camera and the ultra wide is still 12 megapixels, but it now allows you to take macro photos. On the comparisons page, Apple has listed that they have added an anti-reflective lens coating. This is great news because there was a lot of ghosting and lens flares at night, and we obviously need to test this, but I'm hopeful this can help with the light flares on video. iPhone 16 did not come with an always-on display, but can go up to 2000 nits of brightness and also can go down to 1 nit when it's really dark. Okay, so one of the biggest highlight was getting a new button called Camera Control on both the base and Pro models of iPhone 16. This is a physical button, but also has a force sensor with haptic feedback that emulates the feel of a DSLR camera shutter, so you can do like a half press and sliding interactions as well as clicking. However, the two-stage shutter feature is a coming later this year feature, so it doesn't come right out of the box when it's released this month. This button, along with the UI and UX component that comes with it, looks really fun to use. The hardware and software looks just so good. You can click to quickly launch the camera and click again to take a photo or video. A light press will open the controls like zoom, and when you double light press, it goes into a mode where you can select other camera settings. This button is also available for third-party apps that use cameras and can be customized pretty freely by the developers. In the Apple keynote, they showcased Snapchat using this button to select who to send the snap to. I'm excited to see what developers will do with this feature. I think we'll see some fun use cases in the next few months. When you click and hold the camera control, it brings up a new Apple Intelligence feature called Visual Intelligence, where you can ask or search about what is shown on the camera. This is basically Apple's multimodal AI, and this feature is also coming later this year. So when it comes out, we will need to test it against Google Gemini and Meta AI. Photographic styles has been around for a while, but honestly, I never really used it because it just doesn't really look great and lacked in control. So if I really wanted to edit the colors on a photo, I would just go to Lightroom. This year, Apple overhauled this feature completely and it looks really promising. There are new styles to choose from and you can shift the way styles look with the control pad that lets you adjust tone and color. Unlike a traditional filter that just slaps on color all over the image, Photographic Styles is doing smart things to understand where there is skin so that it doesn't shift the skin tone in unwanted ways. I also like that you can preview on the camera with the styles applied or apply and edit in post. Another really cool new feature is Audio Mix. This is going to allow users to adjust the sound on a video after shooting it. This is taking advantage of the spatial audio capture and machine learning algorithms to understand what sound is coming from where. There are 3 styles you can choose from. For example, in frame will only capture the voices of people on the camera. So if there's someone else talking outside of the frame, that voice will be lowered. Studio setting will make the voices sound like it was in a recording studio. So I think it will just get rid of echoes and stuff like that. Cinematic mode will capture all the voices and consolidates them to the front of the screen, and everything else will sound from farther away, I guess. This is how audio on movies are apparently mixed. I think these will be really cool for vlogs, especially the in-frame mode, because if there are people talking around you or there's noise, if you are the one talking in the frame, then iPhone can capture your voice and suppress all the other noises. The iPhone 16 colors are so good this year with ultramarine, teal, pink, white, and black. My personal favorite is either the ultramarine or teal, and I'm always sad that the Pro models only get like the muted tones. This year's new colorway on the 16 Pro is Desert Titanium, which looks pretty great, but not as fun. Both iPhone 16 and 16 Pro series got a battery bump, and Apple says it has a few more hours of video playback on each model compared to last year. MagSafe wireless charging can go up to 25 watts or 30 watt adapter or higher on both models. However, this apparently can be pretty damaging for the longevity of your battery, so I would use with caution. So those were the roundup of the new iPhone 16 and 16 Pro lineup this year, and I'm really excited to try all of these features out very soon. I will be covering iPhones, but also Apple Watch Series 10 and AirPods, so please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!